The Lands and Natural Resources Minister has labeled rumors of the sale of Achimota Forest as baseless allegations stemming from uninformed positions. He says what has happened is just a reclassification of the land and not sale. This morning, my colleague Sam Okojo-Brace has been interacting with some Ghanaians around the reserve. He's joined me in the studio with more. Ojo,
Hiya.
Good to see you. How are you doing?
I'm good. You?
What are Ghanaians saying about this whole rumor about whether Achimota Forest is being sold or not?
I think it's a total rejection of the idea of a sale. That they feel the forest plays a huge role in terms of managing or maintaining the ecosystem, and therefore it will be out of place if the forest is sold. They feel that even the peripherals that the government is talking about should not be even released, and that we should maintain the forest as it is and develop it as government has promised, that they have already started plans to redevelop that forest into a very important ecosystem or an eco-tourist site. And so Ghanaians everybody I spoke to disagreed with the sale and rather said the place should be developed.
So you've been at the forest?
Yes, I know, but the thing is that you are not being allowed to enter the forest.
Okay.
Especially so we entered there, we went there with a branded car. So as soon as they saw us, it was no, you cannot be here, you know. So we were not allowed entry. So we had to be on the frontage to then get the photo of Ghanaians who were coming.
But give me a description of what the place looks like as we speak.
Well, the front, you know, I think there are people who sell on the frontage. So, I mean, when you get there, they are there. You get to see some few people there. You see some people entering. I met a woman who I think is a prayer warrior and prays inside the forest, who really was against the idea of a sale. And he said the problems we are facing as a country and as a world, a lot of it stems from the spiritual world. And so you need people who pray. And if they go there to pray and the government wants to sell, it will be a bad omen for the country.
Listen to Ghanaians reacting to this.
I think selling it will be a bad idea. It's not a good thing to sell the land, because when it rains, it's the forest that protect us. The trees and the how do you call it? The trees and stuff, they protect us. So if you have to sell the land, that will not make any good use to us. Yeah. So I don't think he selling it will be a good idea. No, he shouldn't.
All right then.
All right.
Okay, we are planting trees, right? So why do we sell the existing ones when we want to plant more? We should rather protect what we have and then build upon what we have, not rather destroying what had already been preserved. This has been preserved for ages. So why is it that today there's a need to destroy what we have protected for ages? It's not right to sell it.
Sure. Well, government says I'm not selling. I'm only giving the peripherals where already development have started to the family for some other development. What do you make of it?
Is it needful? Is it needful? It's not needful to even give out a portion of it. We are supposed to rather protect it, not to give part of it. We know it has been depleted to a way. We are supposed to rather protect what is left, not to give it out. So it's a bad idea. Even giving out the peripherals is a bad idea.
That's okay. That's good. That's good news. But selling it is not good, because the forest is here since long time, and I think it is a good place for us, as you are seeing the environment. Even some visitors has to come here to come and take some enjoyment for themselves. So I don't think it's good for selling it or to sell it.
Okay.
Well, a forest is a forest, you know. There shouldn't be anything like I'm giving some part of it to individuals for them to use it to do something, okay? Because forest is reserved, understand? But then already you can see some activities already going on along the forest. So the government think there's nothing wrong giving those portions to individuals to use for their daily activities. So that's how the whole thing is like set up like.
And what do you make of that? Like government thinks so there's the development is already taking place, so no need. Let's move on. What do you think of that?
Well, it's not the best idea right now, I think so, because if some part is already given to some people, I don't think it will take that long for everything to be given to individuals with time. So they should put that idea aside of giving it to some people for them to use it and everything, blah blah blah. they should reserve the forest as it is. That's the best idea. Because looking at the ecosystem right now, a lot of places are losing their forests due to these activities, giving some part to it. Before you realize, the whole thing is being taken over. So I think we should reserve it as it is and then let nature take its course.
So you have the cross section of the public reacting to rumors that Achimota Forest will be sold or is being sold. My colleague Kojo Brace is still here with me in the studio. I know that the zoo was moved to the Achimota Forest. Is it still there?
Yeah, at least for the signage I saw the Accra Achimota Zoo still written on the frontage. So I suspect that it's still there.
It's
from
still
what
there.
I saw, yes.
Okay, so in the event that the place is reclassified, what happens to...
Yeah, that's where we need to be giving the extent of the land being given out, so we can tell whether the zoo will be affected or will not. Government explains that it is not the forest that is being given as the peripherals or the periphery of the forest. So we need to understand, if you say periphery, from where to where, so that we can tell from a layman's point of view whether that will be affected or not.
I mean, whichever way it goes, whether it is for sale or whether it's being reclassified, I think that government must provide a lot more information for the public, for people to understand what exactly is happening to the place. Kojo Brace, thank you so much for the update. Let's take a break on News Desk. When we return, we'll bring you the very latest from the world of business.